से ना रुके हम, मर्जी से चले हम, बादल सा गरजे हम, सावन सा बरसे हम, सूरज सा चमके हम, स्कूल चले।
We are the students of New Era English School from grade 10 and we are going to explain the respiratory system. So first of all we have to know what is respiration. So respiration is the process in which glucose molecule is broken down in the form of ATP and the byproducts are released as CO2 and H2. It can be represented in the form of reaction like C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O. So there are two types of respiration. That first, aerobic respiration. In this, there is the presence of oxygen and a lot of energy is released. Example of this type of reaction, respiration is human beings and other mammals. Anaerobic respiration. In this, there is the absence of oxygen and very less energy is released. And examples of this are all the unicellular organisms. We are going to talk about the respiration in human beings. So in human beings, the respiratory organs are like nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, bronchioles, and diaphragm. So the at first the air enters into the nose.
Nose is the very much first part of the respiratory system. Air goes from the nose to the nasal cavity. Nostrils are the openings through which air goes to the nasal cavity. Nose is separated in two parts. One is left cavity and second is the right cavity. So nasal cavity is different from the oral cavity through a lip.
So this is nasal passage. So nasal passages are lined by ciliated epithelium and mucus secreting cell. Mucus and cilia are checked dust particles and microbes. And in nasal cavity, air is warmed and through which air is passed in pharynx.
Now I will say about pharynx. Nasal chambers open into wide hollow space termed as pharynx. Pharynx is the common passage for both air and food. Also, it prevents the food particles enter to the windpipe. And the epiglottis is the cartilage which serves as main switch between larynx and esophagus by allowing air to the lungs and food into the gastrointestinal tract.
Now the air goes into trachea through the epiglottis and as it enters trachea lies below the larynx. Trachea are about 10 to 11 centimeter in length, while in diameter it is about 1.5 to 2 centimeter. And trachea have a half, we can say it has a C-shaped ring type structure, cartilage structure, which help prevent it from collapsing even there is no enough air in it. And as this in trachea there are its inner lining is made up of ciliated epithelial cell and mucus secreting cell which prevent it from the microbes and microorganism. And then as trachea goes in the thoracic cavity, it divides into two parts, bronchs, each for each lung.
Now I will explain lungs. And lungs are then the air enters the lungs and Lungs are the sponge and elastic bag-like structures, and these have cone-like shape and are situated in thoracic cavity. And the lungs are enclosed in the double-layer membrane called pleuria. And these are the lungs are the main important mechanism of breathing and further presentation.
And now air enters in lungs, and in lungs bronchi are present, and bronchi divides and redivides it into bronchioles, and it forms a tree-like structure which is called a bronchial tree, and through that tree air is passed through alveoli, which looks like balloon.
Now I will be continuing further part. I am going to explain alveoli. It is present on the top of this bronchi. Alveoli is a balloon-like structure which is the unit cell of the lungs. Alveoli is surrounded by vessels of capillaries which brings oxygen in the blood. Alveoli in the mature lungs are present in 300 million to 400 million.
So now understood the respiration in human beings. So in this mainly two processes takes place, that is inhalation and exhalation. So inhalation is the process in which we take oxygen in and all the processes carry out, and exhalation is the process in which the air which is CO2 is taken out and the air replaces its own part and come into the nasal cavity and it is released out.
Now let's talk more about inhalation and exhalation. As we will see in inhalation, the air goes into lungs and hence the ribs it move forward and diaphragm it becomes flat and hence it increase the volume of lungs. And after that, the process of respiration, the carbon dioxide comes in these lungs, and after that, in the place of its go out of the body, the ribs come in its own place and the diaphragm become again functional.
So in this way respiration takes place in human beings, and in such a way we have completed our activity. Thank you.